Even if you exercise every day, eat all your protein, and take your daily supplements, but you don't take these specific vitamins at nighttime, you still won't build muscle, especially as you age. You've been told for years that magnesium is the key to muscle growth, right? Well, what if I told you that was a lie? Forget magnesium. My name is Doctor. I'm a physician with over 25 years of experience specializing in age-related muscle loss, and I've seen how this simple misunderstanding sabotages so many people. The real secret isn't what you do in the gym, it's what happens while you sleep. Your muscles perform roughly 70% of their repair and growth at night, a critical window most people waste without realizing it. Tonight, I'm going to show you exactly how to use that window with two essential vitamins that build muscle while you sleep, far better than magnesium ever could. And I'll also expose 3 nighttime saboteurs that quietly erase your progress. As we go, I want you to listen for that moment when your routine clicks into place, because when nighttime physiology works for you instead of against you, everything changes. Let's begin with what I consider foundational for nighttime muscle repair: vitamin D3. Many people think of vitamin D only as the sunshine vitamin for bones, but its role in strength and vitality, not during your workout but while you sleep, is a powerful and overlooked lever for healthy aging. When you take vitamin D3 with your evening meal, you're essentially priming a cascade that unfolds after you drift off. D3 binds to special receptors on muscle cells. Think of them as docking stations that remain underused when vitamin D is low. With D3 present, those gates open and signal your muscles to effectively use calcium and phosphorus from the food you ate earlier in the day. Those minerals don't only harden bone, they are charge carriers that let muscle fibers contract, fire, and adapt. In other words, D3 turns the lights on in your body's overnight workshop so the tools can actually work. That is only half the story. Vitamin D also nudges your endocrine system toward an anabolic nighttime profile. For both women and men, testosterone produced during sleep acts like the foreman who tells the crew which materials go where. Without adequate D3, that foreman shows up late or not at all. You can have a full stack of bricks, your dietary protein, and a ready crew, your muscle cells, but the actual building is disorganized and slow. Add chronic, low-grade inflammation, one of muscle's greatest enemies with age, and you have the perfect recipe for stagnation. Vitamin D is quietly anti-inflammatory. Overnight, it helps calm the microscopic fires in muscle tissue, allowing for cleaner repair, less residual soreness, and more effective adaptation to the stresses of daily life or training. This matters even more as we get older, because our skin's capacity to make D from sunlight declines, and many of us spend more time indoors, setting us up for deficiency just when we need D3 the most. You don't need exotic protocols to put this into practice. A straightforward approach works beautifully. Take 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3 with your evening meal, and make sure that meal contains healthy fat to aid absorption. Picture a dinner anchored by a 4-ounce piece of salmon grilled with herbs, a side of roasted mushrooms, and mashed sweet potatoes, finished with a small pat of butter for fat-soluble uptake. If dairy works for you, a glass of fortified milk before bed completes the picture. This is not a diet so much as an overnight prescription for strength. Keep it simple. The consistency of this ritual matters far more than minute variations in the menu. Now, if D3 is the key that unlocks the muscle-building door at night, zinc is the master who organizes the work once you're inside. During your deepest sleep, your body releases pulses of human growth hormone, the spark that activates tissue remodeling. Zinc is the quiet enabler that allows hundreds of enzymes to do the reconstruction work those pulses call for. Optimal zinc status keeps the repair machinery humming through the night, so the job gets finished instead of half done. When zinc is low, it's like the power goes out halfway through the shift. The crew clocks out, and you wake up with that old familiar stiffness, the feeling that easy activities take more out of you than they should, and the discouraging sense that you're not bouncing back like you used to. What many people miss is how common zinc insufficiency becomes with age. Appetite changes, reduced intake of zinc-rich foods, medications that alter absorption, all of it adds up. One of zinc's underappreciated jobs at night is helping transport amino acids, the building blocks of protein, into muscle cells. You can eat the perfect protein-rich diet, but if zinc is low, those amino acids sit in the warehouse instead of reaching the construction site. I hear the same story over and over. Doctor, I'm eating my chicken, my fish, my beans, and yet I'm weaker. The delivery system is the problem, not the supply. When you correct zinc, the deliveries finally arrive on time, and the difference becomes visible within weeks. To harness zinc's benefits without interfering with other minerals in your dinner, timing matters. A practical, effective protocol is 15 to 30 milligrams of zinc with a full glass of water about 2 hours before bed. That window gives your dinner time to move along so zinc can be absorbed cleanly, and it positions zinc to peak in your system just as your body's growth hormone pulses begin. I want you to imagine this as choreography rather than chemistry. The evening meal sets the stage, D3 opens the doors and dims the lights, and zinc cues the orchestra so the music of repair can actually play. When these steps are in sync, your mornings feel different. Steadier feet, firmer grip, faster recovery after a busy day. I remember a patient I'll call Brenda, an 87-year-old who did everything right by the book. Regular light strength work, diligent protein, and good hydration. Yet her numbers slid, and she felt it in every step. We retraced her routine and found a surprising culprit. She was taking her B-complex after dinner, expecting an energy lift that would carry into tomorrow. All we did was move that same B-complex to breakfast. Within a week, she slept deeply for the first time in years. Within 3 weeks, she had put on 2 pounds of lean mass, and the wobble in her gait steadied. Nothing magical happened, just physiology working as intended because we stopped sending daytime signals at night. That brings us to the 3 saboteurs you must avoid in the evening if you want your body to build while you sleep. First is B-complex. B vitamins are excellent daytime allies. They rev metabolism, support nerve function, and increase alertness. At night, those same properties become a tax on recovery. B6, B12, niacin, riboflavin, all nudging your nervous system on when your body needs it to go off. The result is suppressed melatonin, delayed sleep onset, lighter sleep, and fewer precious minutes in deep slow-wave stages, exactly where growth hormone peaks and muscle repair happens. The fix is simple. Take your B-complex with breakfast or lunch. Let it power your day. Allow your nights to be devoted to quiet restoration. The second saboteur is an unexpected one for many. High-dose vitamin C in the evening. Vitamin C is an outstanding daytime protector, but right before bed, it can blunt the small, purposeful oxidative signals your muscles use to trigger repair. Think of the day's micro-stresses as a flare that tells your body, start the rebuild. If you smother that signal with a big bolus of antioxidant at night, the crew never gets the message. Many people also notice that vitamin C later in the day makes them just alert enough to toss and turn. I saw this play out with Robert, a 79-year-old retired teacher who lifted light weights and sipped evening bone broth religiously. He still felt himself weakening week by week. We discovered he was taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C with dinner, convinced it would heal while I sleep. We moved that dose to the morning. Almost immediately, his sleep deepened, his soreness faded, and within a month, he felt real strength returning to his arms and legs. Daytime protector, nighttime peace, that's the balance. The third saboteur is caffeine in disguise. Most people assume if they skip coffee after lunch, they're safe. But hidden caffeine shows up in pre-workout powders, fat burner pills, certain multivitamins labeled for energy, dark chocolate, and even some pain relievers. In the evening, caffeine raises cortisol, the catabolic rival of growth hormone, and blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds sleep pressure. The result is fractured deep sleep and a body stuck in breakdown when it should be building. One patient of mine, Susan, an 81-year-old retired nurse, did everything right. 3 exercise sessions a week, collagen broth in the evening, yet she saw no strength gains. We found 150 milligrams of hidden caffeine in her nighttime metabolism booster. She dropped that supplement, and within weeks her sleep normalized and her measurable grip strength jumped by nearly a fifth. The rule is clear: after lunch, go caffeine-free, including hidden sources. Let your adenosine do its job. Your muscles will thank you at 3 a.m. Now let's tie these pieces into a calm, repeatable nighttime rhythm that works in the real world. Late afternoon, get a brief dose of natural light, even 5 to 10 minutes outdoors. It helps your brain set melatonin for the coming night. Eat an evening meal that includes protein, colorful plants, and some healthy fat. With that meal, take your vitamin D3. 2 hours before bed, take your zinc with water. Leave B complex for morning and move any vitamin C to breakfast. From mid-afternoon onward, avoid caffeine of all kinds. Give your body a predictable wind down. Dim lights, a short stretch or a warm shower if you like, and a consistent bedtime. This is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent enough that your physiology learns the dance. When you do this for 2 to 3 weeks, you don't need a scoreboard to know it's working. You feel it the moment your feet touch the floor. I want to return to how you measure success, because many people chase the wrong numbers. The scale can mislead you. Water shifts and glycogen stores can hide progress. Instead, track, feel, and function. How many seconds can you stand from a chair without using your hands? How steady do your first 10 steps feel in the morning? Can you open a stubborn jar more confidently? These are muscle-driven, life-improving changes your body will make when nighttime biology is aligned. Keep a simple index card by your bed. Each morning, rate your sleep depth from 1 to 5 and jot one functional win, even if it's small. Patterns emerge quickly when the night crew is actually getting the job done. If you're wondering how this applies if you already exercise, the answer is it multiplies your effort. Muscle doesn't grow because you lift a weight, it grows because you recover from having lifted it. That recovery is hormonal, cellular, and timing dependent. Vitamin D3 sets the conditions, zinc runs the machinery, and the absence of evening stimulants protects the deep sleep window where adaptation happens. You don't need heroic workouts to benefit. In fact, seniors making the strongest gains in my care often do moderate, well-chosen movements and pour their discipline into the repeatable, boring excellence of a good evening ritual. That's where bodies change. You may be asking, how long before I feel a difference? While everyone is unique, many report deeper sleep within the first week of moving B complex and vitamin C to the morning and cutting evening caffeine. Strength and steadiness shifts often appear by weeks 2 to 4 as zinc-enabled repair catches up. Soreness after normal activities fades. The stairs feel less daunting. Garden work stops stealing the next day's energy. These are the hallmarks of a system that's finally being allowed to do what it's designed to do while you rest. For those who live in northern latitudes, who cover skin for cultural or climate reasons, or who rarely get midday sun, don't guess on vitamin D forever. At your next routine checkup, ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Use it to calibrate, not obsess. Start with the evening D3 strategy we discussed, then adjust with your clinician's guidance if needed. Similarly, if you're on medications or have conditions that affect mineral balance, coordinate zinc dosing with your healthcare provider. The plan here is simple by design, but your context matters, and tailoring keeps it safe and effective. I want to pause on something more human than biochemical: permission. Many older adults feel guilty carving out a quiet, tech-light, stimulus-free evening, as if relaxation must be earned by exhaustion. That mindset itself is a saboteur. You do not need to earn deep sleep. You need to allow it. Every choice in this routine, moving B complex and vitamin C to morning, taking D3 with dinner, timing zinc, shutting down caffeine after lunch, is a small act of permission that says, tonight, body, do what you're built to do. In the morning, you don't just wake up rested, you wake up more you. Steadier, safer, stronger. If you've listened this far, you're already part of a community that values practical, respectful, age-smart strength. In the comments, I want you to make one small promise to yourself and say it out loud so others can echo it. Maybe it's vitamin C moves to breakfast. Maybe it's no caffeine after noon. Maybe it's D3 with dinner every night for the next 14 days. One small change. When hundreds of us declare one step together, we turn information into transformation. That's how communities like Golden Wisdom grow, not with noise, but with consistent action and shared wins. Tomorrow, we'll talk about leg strength in a way that may surprise you, techniques that increase muscle activation without traditional exercise. But tonight, let's keep the focus tight. Protect your deep sleep window and feed it what it needs. If you felt stuck, doing the right things with no results, understand this: nothing was wrong with your effort. The timing was off. Fix the timing, and effort begins to pay dividends again. That is the quiet miracle of aligning your nights with your goals. Before we close, a quick recap you can screenshot and keep. D3 with your evening meal, 2,000–4,000 IU taken with healthy fat. Zinc, 15 to 30 milligrams with water about 2 hours before bed. Move B complex and vitamin C to the morning. Eliminate hidden caffeine after lunch. Check pre-workouts, energy multis, dark chocolate, and pain relievers. Create a reliable wind down and protect your bedtime. Track sleep depth and one functional win each morning. Give this rhythm 2 to 3 weeks and let your body show you what it can do. Now, if this message resonated with you, if you felt that spark of "I can do this tonight," I want you to take a bold, generous step with me. Share this video with one friend or family member who needs hope and a plan. Then join our Golden Wisdom family by subscribing right now. When you subscribe, you're not just clicking a button, you're stepping into a circle of people who refuse to accept decline as their destiny. Tap like so the platform shares this with more seniors who need it, and comment, "I am ready," if you're committing to one small change tonight. Finally, tell me which promise you're making, and I will personally read it. Because your intention matters, your follow-through matters, and your strength matters. Subscribe to Golden Wisdom, like this video, drop your promise in the comments, and share this with someone you love. Your body is ready to rebuild itself while you sleep. Give it the timing, give it the tools, and let's wake up stronger together.